Welcome to the Emerging Professional at the Coffee Conversation Show, powered by the Emerging India Forum TIF and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Theme is 40 million demand engines and AI, the art of digital masterpieces. We have with us Amish Keshwani, a digital marketing veteran with over 20 decades of experience, a best-selling author, and a strategic mind behind 40 million demand engine at Markets and Markets. From leading groundbreaking demand generation strategies to leveraging generative AI for B2B SaaS growth, Amish has mastered the art of data driven marketing. But beyond the boardrooms and campaigns, who is Amish Keshwani? Join us as we explore his career milestones, leadership philosophy, and the passion that fuel his success both at work and beyond. So, welcome, Amish, to today's coffee conversation.
Thank you so much, Amir, for having me.
So, let me explain you the flow and the format. There are eight, uh, three rounds. Two rounds, you must be aware.
Yeah.
That is professional, personal, but we also have the rapid fire, the fun round, for
Okay.
which you have to be witty, fun, and quick. And you will get to win this book, Niche Marketing.
Sure. Give my
It
best.
will be autographed and sent to you.
Okay.
So let's begin. So, friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, host at Coffee Conversation and a legal tech evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution. We help law firms, corporate legal, startup, and SMEs with world-class technology, software licensing, and tech training solutions. So, my first question, Amish, how has the journey shaped till date?
So yeah, it was a roller coaster ride. I started very, very small. I just, completed fresh back in 2004 from my MCA, and I started, in a small IT company, and today, working as an SVP marketing. It has been fantastic. Managed 200 plus projects, worked on a lot of challenges. Yeah, it was fun.
Wow. So, Amish, with 20 years in digital marketing, how have you seen the evolution of B2B SaaS marketing, especially with the rise of generative AI now?
So I would say it was a wild ride. When I started, it was a plain vanilla flavor. You do a cold calling, you set up landing pages, run some traditional, lead gen campaign. Over a period of time, it has evolved. It's more personalized, more programmatic in nature. And then came the generative AI, which totally changed the game. And today we are using Gen AI for faster content generation, personalized messaging, and almost instantly we can identify the user intent, which help us, to craft a proper message. Uh, but I still feel that AI is just help us to do it smarter and scale. But the more important is how do you define it using your creativity. So it helps you to focus more on creativity and less on routine tasks.
Yeah, very true. So, Amish, you have been part of some big name brands like Cadbury, ICICI Lombard, and Sher Khan. Which campaign are you most proud of and why?
That's a tricky part. I managed almost 200 plus projects. So the best one, yeah, I would say the Cadbury 5 star, the Ramesh Suresh ad. I think almost all I have seen, right? So I got an opportunity to run that ad for the first time on YouTube. The Cadbury was our client where I work at an agency in Mumbai. So honestly, it was the first time I saw a creativity, humor, technology, and marketing all, combining together so effortlessly. And the entire experience was super fun. We laughed, we experimented, done a lot of brainstorming, and the results were beyond amazing. We hit the number one most watched video on YouTube on day one. Right. So the entire experience and the flawlessness of the campaign, the brand, everything was super, super amazing. That, in my memory lane, that was the best campaign I have worked for.
Wow. So, have you faced any challenges when you're working on a campaign? And how did you overcome those challenges?
So, most of the time, when I look at the challenge, I try to go deep down into data and, what is causing them, what are the hard stops and everything. But, at the end, in my experience that I have observed that, the real insight comes from the customer. The moment you start speaking with your customer, the kind of insights you get, that is something, you have never imagined. So, I do the deep dive of the data, but I always backed it up with what is the user interaction insights. So, I combine that, and accordingly, I draft the messaging, I create a new campaign, I create a new landing pages, make sure that, product market fit is there. It's more kind of detective work or a research work that, you do, you experiment, you test the result, and you try it again.
Wow. So, Amish, I'm a little curious when you get a brief, what key elements do you consider before starting work on the campaign? So this will help our viewers and all those who want to enter the field of yeah, SaaS marketing, B2B marketing, digital marketing, but at a bigger level involving technology, so many things.
Right. So I first of all I look at the product market fit, whether there is already a demand or not. So that helps me to design, whether I should go for a pull marketing or whether I should go for a push marketing. Right. For example, one of our product was so niche and so special that there is no category even existed. People didn't knew that there is such kind of product available in the market. So for that, I need to go for a push marketing. And then there is another product, which is very competitive in nature, so obviously, there is a demand. I just need to get a visibility and go for a pull marketing method, right? So, product market niche is the first thing I look at. Second is, what are the beta testers says about my product? What are the value they are getting out of it? Because, ultimately the user pays for the value you are deriving out of that. So, product market fit and the kind of value we deliver, these are the two major things, that helps me to design my product marketing campaigns.
Wow. So, Amish, how do you approach aligning sales and marketing teams, especially in complex B2B environments?
Uh, I would say it's more like a marriage counseling, right? Setting the right expectations and making sure that communication happens, right? But what I do is I hear them, but I try to be a little bit political, because over a period of time I learned that skill of differentiating opinions from the facts. Right. So every suggestion need not to be worked upon, right? But it is important to hear each and everyone's thoughts, everyone's voice that needs to be heard and respected. But you take a call based on the facts and data that is it supporting the big picture which company has or which your product has, and based on that you design your strategy going forward.
Wow. So, Amish, as a leader, who's scaled pipelines and driven consistent double-digit revenue growth, what's your go-to strategy when growth stagnates?
So again, always when there is when I face the wall that now what's next, then I go to the very basics of marketing, that what is that my customer is wanting, right? What is the value that I can give to my client, right? Why the client is not selecting. So again, what I typically do is I go and ask for a sales team that, give me a 4 or 5 clients. I want to talk to them, as a marketing head of the company. And I do a very brief, as a customer support representative, I ask them for the feedback that I want to have feedback on my product, what things you like, what you didn't like, then, certain questions around marketing. And that way, I try to get some inorganic insights which is very hard to get in a current data platform. And then I try to relate it with current marketing strategies, and then based on that I identify that okay, this is what it is. For example, recently we have noticed that our demand flow was going little bit odd, and then we identified that there is Google traffic and everything is stable. Then what's the issue? And then when I spoke to clients, they say that, yeah, earlier we used to do a search on Google, and then, after that, Perplexity came in, and now for a research purpose, we go to the Perplexity, not to the Google. Right now, in that case, no matter what data crunching you do for the Google, when user is searching on a Perplexity, you need to switch your strategy because your clients are there.
Okay. So, Amish, you have been recognized with multiple awards, including the Fabulous Marketer Award and Outstanding Leadership Award. How do accolades like these impact your leadership approach?
So, very frankly, awards is an honor for me. It gives me, fuel to do much more better work. But I consider them as, as a point to reflect rather than a full stop. That what things worked for me. How can I multiply it? What are my lesson learned that I can improve upon in the next campaign, right? Who are my team members who has given me the maximum contribution and what strategies work. So it's basically more about stories that I have built upon than the awards.
Wow. So, Amish, you have built a 40 million plus demand engine and achieved 350% growth in inbound SQLs.
Right.
What is the most unexpected challenge during that journey?
So, honestly, the biggest challenge was not the numbers to achieve. It was more kind of a people side of the things. Yeah, when you are chasing ambitious goal, ambitious number, everyone naturally has their own perspective. So, aligning sales, marketing, product team, leadership team, all on a same page was trickier than I expected. I realized that building a 40 million demand engine was it's not about implementing a dashboard or implementing a AI tool or implementing a marketing strategy. It's more about what kind of story I can tell to the entire team so that they can buy the story and then they align with your story. If once they buy your story, once they buy the why behind your story, then things are not that difficult.
Wow. So, an author of 55 digital marketing masterpieces, what inspired to write this book, and what's one masterpiece every marketer should know?
So this is something, this book, this is something, it was my dream because when I started my career, uh, there are a lot of learning curves. So, I have to look around, I have to find, what are the possible solution? Has anyone done this before? And look around. I didn't had any kind of a reference book that I go by that, okay, these are the, some of the best campaign where I can get inspiration from, or what Cadbury did in the past, or for example, if my competitor is ICICI, what they did in the past. So I thought, since I learned through a very hard way by real experiences, and it took me so many years to learn all these things, why not to, combine it all together and give it to a people who are starting their career, so that, this would be much more easier way for them. Right. So that's the sole purpose of writing this book. And key takeaway or a key masterpiece, I would say micro moment marketing. Capturing a user in the right moment of time when when the user is making a decision whether to buy a product or not, touching that person right there with the right kind of messaging, that would be the key art one need to master. So micro moment marketing, that's the one thing everybody needs to master.
Wow. So, Amish, what's been your biggest learning curve when it comes to integrating AI in demand generation?
Yeah, so frankly, when the GPT and all LLMs started coming in, it was very, very fancy. Everyone wanted to, use them. I was also not an exception. I also tried to, use GPT for each and every marketing process that I implemented. But sooner I realized that, these are just a tools. Like every other tools, right? Analytics or webmaster or any tools you take. AI is just another tool which is created to help you out to do your task better. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's human who is needed for that kind of creativity and strategy. So this tool helps you to, make the process faster, smarter, better, more efficient. But then, it's ultimately your experience and your strategy which you have learned over the past so many years that helps you to, utilize this. So basically a context and the right um, case study which you need, that where to use this tool and when to use this tool. That's the best thing, I have learned with these tools.
Wow. So, Amish, how do you stay ahead of constantly evolving SEO and SEM trends while managing large scale marketing operations?
So I would say, it's difficult because we are in the era of information overload, right? Every day, whether it's overloading on our phone as well, be it Instagram or being YouTube Shorts, or if you're in US TikToks, right? So a lot of information from everywhere. So what I do is, I limit my information sources. I filter it out. So I subscribe to a couple of newsletter, for example, SEO, FOMO, marketing, FOMO, SEO by the sea, then what's today in AI. So I restrict myself to a couple of selected newsletter, which gives me a right kind of information which I need for my business, right? So if I am into this particular business, or if I am into digital marketing and specifically to a one particular segment, it gives me a related information, what's happening there and why and when. Apart from that, I attend conferences and I connect with thought leaders in my industry. So I follow them on LinkedIn and YouTube. So every day I open up a LinkedIn. The notification also helps me keep updated because they keep sharing their knowledge bites over there. So there again a YouTube channel, right, just like yours, where we follow, and every day we get to meet somebody new and we get learning from those experiences. So that's another channel for of a learning for me. So yeah, kind of, but the most important thing is, out of this entire information overload, you need to learn what to filter, right, and what is right for you.
Yes, that is true. So, thanks for the compliment. Yes, in the 4 years journey, we have built over 350 guest speakers from various industries. We have also gone international, 25 guest speaker featured. We have done with Mike Todasco. He's an AI visionary.
Yeah,
Uh, we should do
amazing.
something because he's also he has what do you say 100 patents to his name. He was earlier working in PayPal and
Hmm.
now his journey into AI.
Wow.
So a lot of things. So touch wood. Okay. So Amish, if you have to pick one core marketing principle that's timeless, what would it be and why?
Timeless, I would say empathy, right? Because one thing in marketing which is timeless is understanding your clients, understanding your customers, right? Ultimately, when you are speaking to your clients, you are not marketing anything or you are not selling them, right? You are talking to them. So once you start talking with your clients, probably your messaging, your storytelling, everything revolves around that. And that's timeless. I mean, no, whether algorithms will keep changing, your rankings will come and go, the AI tools will come and go, but that relevance, that will be same as it was years ago, and it will be same in the next coming years as well.
Yeah, very true. So Amish, how has technology helped you?
Technology helped me in a much better way. I mean, what I used to, I mean, a couple of tasks which took me around 3 to 4 hours a day. Now I'm able to do it within a 10 or 15 minutes, thanks to AI and Gen AI and other AI related technologies. Yeah, so that is a big learning curve. But again, as I said, context, where to apply and what to apply. That if you know that, technology makes your life a lot of easier, and that will it personal on a through personal experience, I have learned that technology is not here to replace humans. It's basically to amplify your potential, right? So if you know how to use and when to use, you are 10x or 100x of your current version.
Very true, very true. So my last question would be, what advice would you give to young professionals entering the world of marketing, especially data driven and working with B2B clients?
So I would say be curious, because whatever you have learned in the college, probably those are already outdated by now, right? Even what I learned, what I did a week back, that has been already outdated, because every day there is something new coming up. So be always open for learning. That is a key advice, and start exploring and start doing, rather than sticking to your bookish concept. Start experimenting. Digital marketing and marketing as a field is that you always learn by doing things, right? So once you start doing, once you are making a mistake, you will start learning out of it. And
Wow.
yeah,
Beautiful.
always refer this book. You will get a lot of insight from this book as well, because those are practical
So
examples.
I'm giving you one book. I need that book autographed and sent to
100%.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
So we are sharing each other in knowledge and resources. So it will be. By the way, I've got a good collection of books from various topics.
Wow. Would love to
Yeah,
explore that. Yeah. I'm a big
yeah.
fan of, self-help books as well.
So yeah, it's another topic to discuss. Let us focus over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the next round and understand Amish as a person. Tell us about your family and your formative years.
Yeah, so I'm born in a very close-knit family. And whatever I'm today is, all credit goes to the hard work and blessings of my late parents. I'm married, I have a beautiful daughter. And these two women, my daughter and my wife, are the biggest source of inspiration and energy for me.
Wow. So Amish, when you're not scaling business, what's your go-to activity to unwind?
Traveling. So I think, that gives me an escape, from work related things, just go out somewhere, explore a new city, new country, just, totally cut off from the daily activities.
Wow. So if you open your Spotify or YouTube playlist right now, what's the most played song or genre?
I would say it's a mix kind of things. You will find, 90s Bollywood hits to Sufi songs, from Gujarati ghazals to, Britney Spears songs. So,
Wow.
I feel that it's a mix. It's kind of, again, marketing message. It will hit, right song will hit you at the right mood.
Wow. So Amish, being such a high stake role, how do you balance work stress with personal well-being?
I would say it is difficult. I'm not always, successful at managing the balance. But yeah, I try to, get the maximum opportunity, whether it's a 1 day break or a 2 day break, or, a 3 day break. I go for, travel. If travel is not possible, I just, sit at home and watch a movie.
Wow. So are you more of a Netflix and chill or weekend adventure kind of person?
No, no, I'm Netflix and chill person.
So what's your which series are you watching right now?
So I just finished Lincoln Lawyer, amazing, beautiful series. Then I watched, a couple of days. I finished a Blacklist, so that
Hmm.
was also an amazing series.
Watch this Potato Lab.
Okay, Tattoo
I'm
Lab.
watching this
Yeah, taken
Korean.
note.
Korean series, good. Then Japanese also.
Mm-hmm.
So many. See, the pandemic has got us to yeah, Netflix, Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Uh, if you've got Amazon also, watch Dabba Katul. Shabana Azmi, awesome,
Oh, really?
awesome actress,
Okay,
and her command, her presence, her eyes movement, superb.
that's
That's why
great.
she's called a talented actress. I've
Definitely.
watched her on stage also.
Oh,
She's
perfect.
a beautiful अपना stage actress. Yes,
Ah,
with ये Farooq Sheikh,
okay.
who's no more, but they have done yeah,
Amazing. Yeah.
monologues, conversation part.
Okay. That's great.
So Amish, what's one fun fact about you which your friends or colleagues don't know?
So I would say, you know, I'm a kind of, I binge watching. So that is something they don't know because, on a late lazy weekend, probably, I would prefer to, just Netflix chill and, watch a entire series in over a weekend.
Wow. So Amish, who's been the biggest mentor, inspiration in your life, both personally and professionally?
So I believe I'm fortunate and blessed enough to have so many people in my life, and in a different area. Spiritually, my religious leader, His Highness Aga Khan, has the most impact on my spiritual journey. From business point of view and entrepreneur point of view, my current CEO Sandeep Sugla, I learned so many things in last 12 years from him. And
Mhm.
from marketing industry point of view, from industry learnings, Rand Fishkin was the first person who has inspired me to start my career in digital marketing. And then post that, in current last couple of years, I have a fan of some great marketers like Lily Ray, then Alaida Solis, and then in India, one of my fellow Boni Satani, Altaf Gilani, then Parth Suba, Jignesh Gohel, then Amit Panchal, and a couple of my friends, Mr. Rakesh Patel, Mr. Harshil Shah, those amazing entrepreneur, amazing friends. So, a lot of people, amazing friends, amazing, people who I'm fortunate and I feel blessed enough, I had so many people, to learn from and to get inspired from.
Wow, beautiful. So Amish, what's your goal for 2025 personally and professionally?
So 2025, on a personal note, yeah, I want to, finish my checklist for the traveling. I want to explore three different countries this year. That's on my checklist. And professionally, yeah, I wanted to, go ahead with generative AI for my digital product that the company is launching. So I wanted to make it successful. I want to bring the company's revenue from a $40 million pipeline to 100 million pipeline for this year, because with the power of Gen AI, that I think what took me 10 years to build it, probably that will take another 1 year to just to double it up with the help of Gen AI.
Very true, very true. So my last two questions will be, what do you say, a googly reflective one. What legacy would you like to leave behind?
So I want people, I want people to think about someone who was always smiling and always helpful. Those are the two things I want people to remember about me in the coming years.
Wow. Describe Amish in one line. It's a googly.
So I would say a curious person who is, always, try to connect a dot, whether it's a marketing or whether it's campaign or whether it's person, to build a story which can help others and make a meaningful impact.
Wow. Beautiful. So let's go to the next round, the rapid fire, the fun round.
Sure.
SEO or SEM?
SEO.
One word that defines your leadership style.
Um, Servant leadership.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Go to comfort food.
Maggie.
Best piece of advice received.
Listen more.
Your favorite color.
Blue.
A book that changed your perspective.
A book that changed my perspective. I have read a lot of books. The recent, I think all of the books of Robin Sharma, I really like them. I mean, the 5 a.m. Club was, I really found it powerful. But more than that, the leader who has no title, that was, really, really impactful for me.
Wow. You're a morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Okay. Best Khoju food dish.
Biryani, chicken biryani.
Samosa?
Samosa is also there, but yeah, chicken biryani is the first.
As Imam said, biryani and samosa all
Yes.
time. Okay. Uh, Tea or coffee for brainstorming?
Morning tea, afternoon coffee.
Okay. A mantra you live by?
Be helpful always.
Wow, beautiful. So you did well, and you're my book. I would love to give you in person. So whenever you're in Mumbai, do or whenever in
Definitely.
Pune, we meet and carry our conversations or cup of coffee, chai, whatever. So friends, it was a lovely conversation having with a fellow brother. He's from same community. So anyone who wants to join B2B marketing, data driven, and now generative AI, this is the episode you should watch. He has shared so many insights. One word is shared about the complex marriage counseling. Managing team is marriage counseling. Micro moments. So many key words during the conversation he shared in a humorous way. So like that, there are over 350 plus episodes of different coffee speakers on different subject topics. Watch them, get inspired, and you would implement them in your life. That is for sure. And if you want to be featured like Amish, visit our LinkedIn company page, the Emerging India Forum, or our company website, the Emerging India Forum. Fill in the form, and we would be happy to invite you to our cup of coffee conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much.